female reproductive system. Here's the uterus, tip of the uterus, the cervix, vagina. You see little folds in the vagina called the vaginal rugae, and the labium minus, labium majus, clitoris, urinary bladder, urethra, and there's a rectum. And this part, this model of the female reproductive system looks like it had something like a tubal ligation, ovaries and uterine tubes are removed. But here we have another model of the female reproductive system. And here's the uterus. There's a uterine tube or fallopian tube, and that's made up of the isthmus connected to the uterus, the ampulas, the middle part. The infundibulum is the tip of the uterine tube or fallopian tube. These little finger-like projections are called fimbriae. And there's an ovary. And holding the ovary in place, you have the ovarian ligament. And this material in here represents thin connective tissue called the broad ligament. And looking internally, we have the urinary bladder, the urethra, there's the uterus, that old tip of the uterus, that's the cervix. Opening to the cervix is called the external os. That's a vagina, vaginal rugae. And the uterus has two main parts. This little part in the end is called the fundus of the uterus. Most of the uterus is called the body. And there's a couple of other parts to the uterus that this model doesn't show very well. We'll see on a different model.